This is much more. This is actual science. This is science that you can reproduce at any time that you wish. So whatever you want to manifest, you can reproduce this science again and again and again. A lot of times, if you have a look, so this law of attraction is only working for those people that do not have any of these limiting patterns, and only in the areas of their life where these patterns do not occur. So once again, it is only a small step of the manifesting your reality, which is a science which can work on any desire that you have. So if you follow these 5 steps, then your desires will come true. Where does unclutching fit into these 5 steps? So we didn't mention anything about unclutching. So unclutching is a totally different technique for different things. So unclutching itself is where we remove the connection between one thought and another. So we're moving into a mind that is free of thought. So Ma Lizzie also asks, step 4, recreating. So step 4 is where we get the blessings from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. But recreating the space include release limiting beliefs and receiving blessings from the Master. So you're quoting step 3 and 4 there, Ma. So recreating the space is step 3. So once again, first step is creating the space. Second step, removing these limiting beliefs and patterns. Step 3 is recreating the space. Step 4 is getting the blessings from Swamiji. And yes, yeah. And then 5th step, of course, very important, Ma. So please, I'd like to stress out to all participants once again, as we have just earlier. 5th step is also very important. So please do not believe that just by doing the first 4 steps, you can let go. You have to take responsibility and you have to take actions towards manifesting this reality, making this reality your reality. So the 5th step is also very important. You cannot have, so as Swamiji says in terms of water becoming steam, it only happens at 100%. If you're only doing 4 steps out of 5, it will not happen. So water, even if it is a 99.9 degrees, it will still not turn into steam. So similarly, this if you only do the first 4 steps, then it will not, your reality will not manifest. You're just creating the space and yeah. So what actions? Malizi, anything depending on what your desire is. So whatever actions you need to take for that reality to come true. So let's say, for example, in terms of wealth. So if you have if you want to manifest wealth, you find the limiting beliefs in you, and then you ask for. So you create the space. You remove the limiting beliefs and patterns. You recreate the space. You ask for blessings from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, from Swamiji himself, but then you don't take any actions to creating this wealth. Yeah. Then you're still in the same boat. You want wealth, but you're not taking actions to actually create the wealth. Yeah. So actions that you need to take in order to create your reality. So let's say you might be having, so going along with the same with the health, with the wealth, you might be so you might be wanting to have business, or you have your own business, but you're not making money. For some reason, you need to find the patterns that are stopping you from making money. It might be something in terms of like in the way that you're doing business, in the way that you're interacting with customers, or whatever it might be. This is just to give an example. Unless you take the actions to correct what you are doing, then it's not going to come true. Yes. So we're just going to take a couple of minutes break. So we'll get back to you in a couple of minutes. So please stay tuned. It'll be a very short break. We just need to clarify something quickly before we move on. So just requesting a short break, very short break. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasudashiva. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda.
Yes, welcome back. So now let's move into the next section, which is identifying the incompletions associated with self-doubt, self-hate, and self-denial. Yeah, so let's start just making sure the participants are ready.
So requesting all the participants to pay attention to this section here, because this will explain how to actually complete with the SDHT, the second step, right? So this is a very important step, because when we actually do the process, this is where the actual completion will happen. You create the space from completion, and then after that you'll be recreating the space for the manifestation.
Yes, I'm just going through the messages. So I request participants once again, please refrain from responding to other participants. So please, any questions that you have, please address the questions to the acharyas, to ourselves, and we will respond. So Chanshaya, again, please refrain from responding directly to participants. Please allow us to address the participants ourselves.
All right.
So Malisi says, nowadays I find myself tend to want to learn the ultimate universal truth, wisdom, and delaying avoiding work to make money to fulfill my responsibilities as parent to my child and my parents. How to balance these two? So Mal, you need to remember you are Paramashiva. So Swamiji says very beautifully, we are Paramashiva. Swamiji says that he's not here to prove that he is God. He's here to prove that we are God. Yes, which means what? Paramashiva is the source of everything. By refraining from doing one thing to choose another thing, we are denying that we are Paramashiva. So these things can easily be done together. There's no reason why everything cannot be done together. You need to expand yourself. So you create the space, expand yourself to meet every single parts of your life, to expand in every direction, every single dimension of your life. So there's no reason, once again, there's no reason to deny one over the other. When you deny one over the other, then that you are Paramashiva, and you're also denying this as being part of your life, or something that is occurring in your life. And when you deny something in your life, it will come back again and again and again and haunt you. Right, so now let's move ahead with identifying incompletions associated with self-doubt, self-hate, and self-denial.
Yes. So in the Kalpataru process, the first step, as you all know, is to strongly visualize and create the space for what you want to manifest. Let us say, for example, you want to manifest perfect health, right? A healthy body. We start with creating the space for a healthy body to manifest. You will visualize yourself as if you're already healthy, you've already manifested the perfect health. All right, this is the first step. Now comes the second step, where all the doubts, like the self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial, will start popping up. That, hey, is it really true? Am I just, hallucinating? Is it really possible for me? That is self-doubt. Self-hatred means, I don't think I really deserve, to have perfect health. I've done so much of damage to myself. These kinds of statements would constitute self-hatred. Self-denial would mean something like, I don't think it's possible for me at all. It's too much of an impossibility. I have this kind of a very serious conditions or this or that. I don't think it is possible for me at all to be perfectly healthy. Completely denying the possibility. That is the self-denial. So when these kinds of statements suddenly start popping up after you create the space for perfect health, that is what the SDHD is all about. In this step, we have to complete with this SDHD. Completion means all these patterns, self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial, which don't allow you to manifest the reality that you want. They're all incompletions. To complete them and drop them so that your space remains pure, in which you can simply create the right space for the desire to manifest into reality. Can happen. That is what the significance of this second step is all about. So let's work on the second step, try to understand how to really do it so that it becomes easy for all of us to complete with the SDHD. We get the knack of how to do it. So this exercise is all about the step 2 in particular, how to identify the incompletions associated with SDHD and completing with them. So let's start with the desire that you wrote in the previous section. You all must have written one desire that you wish to manifest into reality. For the sake of example, I may take the example of, let's say, manifesting the perfect health. For you, it can be any of the desires that you have written, that one desire which you want to manifest. So in this section, we'll be working on the SDHD, self-doubt, self-hatred, and self-denial associated with that desire. Whatever you have written, what you want to manifest. SDHD associated with that desire is what we'll be working on. So first, write down the set of reasons why you find it difficult to achieve your desire. Take your desire as a central point, whatever you want to manifest. Write down the set of reasons why you find it difficult to achieve that desire. Right? After you have penned down the reasons, against each reason, write down if it is a self-doubt, if it is a self-hatred or self-denial. This will require careful introspection. Sometimes it can involve more than one, perhaps all three. So take some time. First, pen down all the reasons why you find it difficult to manifest what you want to manifest. And for each of these reasons, identify if it is self-doubt, or if it is self-hatred, or if it is self-denial, or a combination of all these, 2 or all 3. All right. So let's take a couple of minutes and do this first step so that we can then move on to the further steps. So let's continue. Let's all pen down the reasons why we find it difficult to manifest our desire into reality. The desire that you have written, the one chosen desire for today.
Yes, so just to give some further examples. If you write, I want a promotion, but I'm not as skilled as I'd like to be. The next question would be, what is stopping you from acquiring these skills? If the answer is, I don't think I can learn the skills, it is self-doubt. If the answer is, I don't think I'm meant to learn it, then it's self-denial. Since you are tying your ability to do something with how you see the functioning of the world. So for each of the items in your list, analyze depending on whether it is self-doubt, self-hatred, or self-denial. Write down the belief, the images, and the gaps between them. So once again, for example, if the belief is, I don't think I can learn this skill, it's based on your inner image of, I am not good at learning, or I'm not good enough. Yes, so once again, for each of the items in your list, let's now analyze, depending on whether it is self-doubt, self-hatred, or self-denial. Write down the belief, the images and the gaps between them. So once again, for example, if the belief is that I don't think I can learn this skill, it's based on the inner image of I am not good at learning, or I am not good enough. And let's identify what is the source of our belief. What were the incidents or incidents that created this belief in you? So please bend down, identify the incidents, the source of your belief. So when that incident happened, how did you perceive yourself? How did you perceive the situation? How did you see others around? So please take a moment and write these down. Yes. So once again, when the incident happened, so you've identified the incident. When the incident happened, how did you perceive yourself? How did you perceive the situation and others? What are your three images? What are these three images? Yourself, the situation, and others. Do you see how the perception has stayed with you? Is that perception true? Is there a chance that the perception is wrong? Are any of the situations repeated again and again? Please go ahead. Now take one incompletion from the previous steps and let's work on it. So in a sheet of paper, make two vertical columns. Let's label the left column as a binding cognition and the right column as a liberating cognition. So now in the left column, we will write exactly how you cognized the situation and how it bound you to feel powerless, to make you think about the situation in only one way. In the right column, write down other ways of looking at the same situation. So in what other ways can you look at that same situation? Do any of the cognitions give you more options than your binding cognition? So let's first start just with the left column. So write down exactly how you cognized the situation and identify how it bound you to feel powerless. So once again, we take one incompletion identified in the previous exercise. And in the left column, write exactly how you cognized the situation and how it bound you to feel powerless. Column, give you any more options than your binding cognition that you wrote in the left column. So if these were your new cognitions, how would you act? How would your actions be different from before? So let's look again at your actions as a result of the binding cognition.
Now, let's start doing the completion process with the incidents you identified in the previous step. Now, with the incompletion that you have chosen, you must have identified a root incident from which that belief, that limiting cognition, that binding cognition started, which made you feel powerless again and again. So let's complete with that limiting cognition. Don't be distracted by outer events or thoughts. Start reliving the situations and incidents as if they were happening to you now. So those incidents which started those powerless beliefs in you, for example, I am not good enough, or I won't be able to do it. So you must have gone to the root incident where it all started. Now go back to that incident which made you feel that way for the first time. It might be at a very early age that you might have experienced that. Start reliving that situation exactly as it is, as if you are that person. You are that child who is going through that situation or an incident, as if it is happening to you now. So if you feel emotional, do not resist or do not break the process. Go through the emotions and relive them as if they were happening now. Through it, you have to relive it. That is what the completion process really is. Alright, so let's take a couple of minutes. Take one incident and let's relive that incident fully with intensity. Let's continue. Alright. Now look at all the identities you have cognized in each of these situations. Have you identified the dominant pattern that repeats again and again in most of these situations? Have you identified any vasanas? Use the instant completion technique to drop these vasanas. Vasanas means the pattern, the life negative patterns, again and again repeating, deep-rooted, self-fulfilling negative behavior that you undergo. If you identified any of these vasanas through these incidents, practice instant completion and instantly drop these vasanas or any of this powerlessness. Now, how to complete with the incompletion? For the incompletions you wrote in the previous exercise, go to the incident in your life which is the root cause of that limiting or binding cognition. Relive the whole incident intensely again and again. So you've already done for one incident. You can continue and fully, completely relive that incident. And you can look in if you identified any vasanas in your incompletion. As we explained before, these vasanas will be cognitions and actions that will be in a self-fulfilling loop. When you identify such loops, you will see that there is a core belief that gets strengthened again and again. This belief will keep you acting the same way in such situation again and again. These wrong beliefs can be instantly completed. Instant completion is the technique where you do not need to think about root incidents or any images, etc. You can instantly drop the belief you are carrying and change your action. When you clearly see that your belief and the subsequent action is costing you a lot in life, you can instantly drop it. Instant completion is a very powerful technique. So once you identified these incompletion and the root patterns, which are again and again running like a self-fulfilling negative loop, simply instantly complete and drop it. Change the direction of your behavior or action. You don't have to think about it, or how am I going to complete? How am I going to change it? No, instantly just drop it and change the action. So take a few minutes and practice this instant completion with the incompletions that you have just identified. And then we will move on to the next segment.
this Kalpataru process that we all have discovered, how to manifest our reality, how to create the right space inside us and hold on to that space for our desires to become reality. We'll be continuing now with our next session. Just keep in mind now, before we continue, your desires will fulfill when you hold the space. And so whenever, if at all, any incompletion, self-doubt, hatred or denial comes and disturbs that space that you have created, drop it, complete with it, and once again recreate the space. Never forget to recreate the space. See, many times you can see in your life, if you look back in your life, you would have had certain desires. You may have even launched certain projects, and for some time the inspiration is there and things are happening, and for whatever reason, some incompletions of some kind, and the whole thing stop, and the excitement is disturbed, and you may feel impossibility, whatever. Then now, if you look back at these incidents, you may have failed to manifest what you want just because you did not complete and recreate the space. So this is the part that is really important. Now that you have learned the whole science, how to create your intention, create the space for it, now keep in mind always to recreate the space. Do the completion, recreate the space by bringing once again the visualization that whatever you want to manifest has already happened, and it is already it has already manifested in the present. And keep on doing this again and again until you see that what you want to manifest has happened. So this is the key now. And of course, just before the darshan, we'll be having a very short Kalpataru meditation so that we can prepare ourselves to receive Swamiji's blessings, and Swamiji will be infusing his own energy into the space that you have created for your desire to manifest even more powerfully. Okay, so hope that you are clear on the whole process, that you have understood all the steps. If you have any question or doubt regarding this Kalpataru process, feel free to ask us in the Zoom chat, and let us now continue and move on to our next session, and another very important session, which is going to be on the Shiva Dīkṣā, which is an initiation that all of you will have the opportunity to receive today from Swamiji, from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, during the darshan in just about 2 hours from now. And if you'd like to receive it, we will give you the link to register. And before that, let's discover what Shiva Dīkṣā is and why is it so important.
So Paramashiva manifests his powers through this Diksha. Paramashiva beautifully and clearly describes in the Vedas and Agamas that human beings are the Amritasya Putra, meaning we are the sons of immortality. We are not sinners that we need to repent. We are the favorite inheritors of the cosmos, as the verse from the Vedas tell, Brahmanyam Bahuputratam, meaning the favorite inheritors of the cosmos. So over the course of time, we have lost this ultimate experience and understanding we have had about ourselves. And we have forgotten the power we truly have inside each and every one of us. And it needs to be awakened, and that is only the Diksha. When Swamiji awakens it, it is called Diksha. So when the Diksha happens, the powers of the third eye also start expressing through us. And Paramashiva is the source of this. He is the exuberant energy of the third eye, otherwise known as the Agnya Chakra. Samaya Dīkṣā is the gateway towards the power and the third eye. Whether it's the blindfold reading, body scanning, the remote vision, all of these powers that you all witness today, all of these powers will start manifesting through us after the Samaya Dīkṣā. So the initiation into the third eye will be happening. Swamiji will be awakening all of our third eye and giving us that quantum jump. So the Agamas are the manuals created by Paramashiva himself to teach us, to share with us about this great knowledge of Diksha or initiation. So the Agamas were revealed by Paramashiva to Devi Paramashiva Shakti, who is his consort, or we call Parvati, and it is given to humanity by Bhagavan Vishnu for us to experience that Paramashivoham and that state of Jivan Mukti or enlightenment. So these were delivered vocally to Devi Paramashiva Shakti and passed on to Mahavishnu. Paramashiva blesses each one of us with the experience of Diksha or the initiation process, and he also gives us the next level of Diksha, and all of us will be experiencing one more level, which is the Vishesha Dīkṣā. Apart from the Samaya Dīkṣā and the Vishesha Dīkṣā, which is the level 1 and the level 2, we have the Nirvana Dīkṣā and the Acharya Abhishekam. But now during this Paramashivoham, on this first day of the Paramashivoham, we are going to be receiving the level 1 Dīkṣā, which is called Samaya Dīkṣā. Let us now understand what Samaya Dīkṣā is. Samaya Dīkṣā is the level 1 Dīkṣā given to each and every individual. It is for everyone. And Paramashiva describes it in the Agamas, saying that it is the first initiation every Hindu who wants to start his seeking process, who wants to start his journey towards enlightenment, has to take. Paramashiva compassionately reveals further that the Samaya Dīkṣā is a common entry for every beings, whether it is humans or animals. Every being can receive this Dīkṣā. Now let us understand that we are Paramashiva ourselves, and in life there is an absolute truth that can never be changed. Whether we understand or not, accept it or not, or like it or not, we are Paramashiva. Whether we want to have the door or window, there's actually an example that Swamiji gives, saying that if whether the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, that truth can never be changed. If we have the windows and doors in our house in a different direction, and if we say that I never see the sun set or the sun rise, so the sun never sets or rises, that is our faulty cognition. So breaking that cognition and going out and seeing the sun rise and set in the east is what will change our cognition. So in the same way, when Swamiji shows us our true self, that we are Paramashiva, and gives us that understanding, then we understand that we are Paramashiva. That is what this Dīkṣā is. Swamiji is awakening that consciousness inside each and every one of us.
Now, the same way, when you live in this body and mind that you are having right now, either before enlightenment or after enlightenment, you are the form of Paramashiva. You are one and the same as Paramashiva's energy. Whether we realize it or not, this is the truth. And as we said, some keep their door or window in the east-west direction and enjoy the rising of the sun and the sunset, while some keep them in the north-south direction and live without seeing it. The same thing applies to this truth. And a rare few, while living, due to their tapas and the austerities that they have done, they live in the space of Paramashivoham, knowing and experiencing that they are Paramashiva, celebrate, rejoice, radiate, and manifest the energy and the powers of Paramashiva, while others do not. But the truth doesn't change, that we are all Paramashiva. Now, manifesting the powers of Paramashiva. So when the Samaya, the one who is initiated into this Shiva Dīkṣā, follows the prescribed lifestyle that Paramashiva and the Guru have instructed, they start to manifest the possibilities and the powers of Paramashiva. That's what the Shiva Dīkṣā is all about. And the Guru gives you the first inspiration. He awakens your Kundalini Shakti and grants you the rights to express the Paramashiva, which is the space of Paramashiva. And he initiates you to achieve your rights, and so that it is an experience for you. That is the Shiva Dīkṣā. So when you receive this initiation from a person who is not enlightened, after the initiation, you need to repeat the mantra continuously on your own effort, so that eventually you can experience that space of Paramashiva that we have spoken about. Now, on the other hand, when you receive the initiation from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, who is Paramashiva himself, he directly bolts this mantra in your bioenergy, in your very consciousness, so that whatever work you are doing, whatever you may be doing, this mantra goes on vibrating by itself inside you. You don't need to do any practice. The mantra is already happening inside you, and the doors to the space of Paramashiva are already open. You do not need to do any effort on your own. Now, when this mantra happens continuously after Swamiji's initiation, Paramashiva's remembrance, bliss, knowledge, power all pour and grow in your life as a Shakti, as a power. And this Shakti awakens the DNA of your Gotra, your family or community. That's one of the other very important consequences, effects of this initiation. That is, all the skills, all the memories, all the knowledge from your Gotra, from your whole lineage, going back to generations, even hundreds of thousands of years ago, all that DNA that you have is awakened. And by this awakening, all the knowledge, clarity, completion, fulfillment, skills, everything start expressing, and all of that is awakened inside you.
So let us now understand the scriptural reference, where in each place in our scriptures, in the Vedas and the Agamas, where Paramashiva explains explains to us about the Shiva Dīkṣā. So the Shiva Dīkṣā, as we mentioned earlier, is from the Vedas and the Agamas, which are the source books of Hinduism, and they are the cosmic law itself, where Paramashiva himself has given all the instructions for how we have to live our life. So the following verses are from various scriptures, and let's look at them one by one. So first, there is a scriptural reference from the Navatantreshwara, a powerful scripture revealed by Paramashiva himself. There he says, that action which bestows enlightenment destroys the three impurities, bondages of the self, Anava-mala, Karma-mala, Maya-mala, feeling belittled, karmic baggage and forgetfulness of one's original state. Indeed, the main benefit of all this Diksha, the sacred initiation, is the fruit of mukti, enlightenment, as a side effect to all the worldly pleasures and enjoyments also happen. So the next scriptural reference is from the Kularnava Tantra. This is another powerful scripture. Paramashiva here says, the Diksha done as per the scriptural injunctions of the Agamas removes in just one moment lakhs of minor incompletions and crores of major incompletions. And the Rudra Yamala Tantra next tells us that, O Devi, this one who has not received Diksha does not attain purification, completion or liberation, nor a good future path. So by all intense effort, one should become a Dikshita, the one initiated by a Guru. So as we have heard Paramashiva himself share with each one of us, let us not miss this opportunity today, where Swamiji himself is going to be coming and giving us the Samaya Dīkṣā. So make sure you are there available during the darshan, you are sitting in front of the camera and receiving the Dīkṣā. So let us now go into more detail about this Samaya Dīkṣā or the Shiva Dīkṣā level 1.
Now the preliminary level of Dīkṣā, as we said, is called Samaya Dīkṣā, the Shiva Dīkṣā level 1. Maya means the individual identity, the I and mind that you presently have. Sa plus Maya means transforming this identity into the divine, Shiva. Now, Samaya Dīkṣā, the first level of Paramashiva's initiation. Through this Dīkṣā, the bondages that bind your individual self from experiencing Paramashiva to the ultimate are destroyed by the loving grace of the Guru, who is Paramashiva himself. And during this initiation, Swamiji will be awakening the space of Paramashivoham, oneness experience with Paramashiva in you, in all the disciples. Through this initiation, you become eligible to live and practice the Vedic lifestyle as ordained by Paramashiva in the Agamas. So, in other words, everything starts here. If you were to try living that lifestyle or manifesting the powers before, it would not be a success. It would not be something that transforms you and that elevates you towards enlightenment. And now, and on top of that, there are many such practices that you must have received the Shiva Dīkṣā in order to practice. And it is not mandatory that a person initiated into the Samaya Dīkṣā should follow a strict vegetarian diet. If you wish to partake non-vegetarian food, you can do so. Whatever it is socially acceptable, except for example in Kailasas, Adinams, temples around the world. But otherwise, you still have the freedom to follow a non-vegetarian diet if you would like. And as part of this initiation, you'll also be receiving the Gayatri Dīkṣā, which is a very beautiful and necessary ritual that sets the right context for you to begin your journey with Paramashiva. And it is a very ancient ritualistic process instructed in the Vedas, and you will be initiated into a daily recital of the very powerful Gayatri mantra, and which is a mantra that is designed, that is revealed in the Upanishads to awaken your consciousness, to awaken your innate intelligence. And this is really one of the most auspicious beginning for your spiritual life. Now, for the world, it brings tremendous healing
and possibility for peace and happiness, because the more people are practicing, the more the world will become peaceful. So by receiving this initiation, by raising your own consciousness, you also contribute to the world, in the sense that you will not be fueling the global negativity, but on the other hand, you will be a part of a movement to raise the collective consciousness of humanity. And for the individual, the Gayatri initiation establishes the right context for spiritual growth. As we said, it establishes the reality of the self. It establishes the reality of the self's nature, the cosmic energy, and the reality of the cosmic energy is intelligence. It establishes the reality that the self is one with the cosmic energy. So all of this should become an experience after the initiation. That is the whole point. It will be more than just intellectual knowledge. You will start to realize all of this and enjoy all these fruits in your daily life. And the power of initiation and the daily recital of this mantra, which is very simple, brings the fulfillment of all desires and healthy long life, a solid foundation to keep you on the spiritual path always. So not only you have enlightenment, the spiritual growth, but as that happens, it also translates in success, fulfillment of all desires, material abundance, and all of this also starts to happen as a side effect of this initiation.
So let us also look at the scriptural reference for this Gayatri Dīkṣā. It's very important that we understand that every Dīkṣā that Swamiji is giving us is not something that he has come up with, or it is not something that Swamiji has invented, but all of these are the scriptures and the sciences of Hinduism from the thousands and thousands of years old Hindu tradition. So the scriptural reference for the Gayatri Dīkṣā is from the Kamikagama. Bhagavan Paramashiva himself initiates and instructs the gurus to initiate their disciples with the Yajñopavita and the Gayatri Dīkṣā. Paramashiva says that the guru should give the sacrificial thread Yajñopavitam, purified and energized with the recital of the Mula Mantra to the disciple, and make him wear it. Having offered the oblations of 1,000 or 100 times, which the recital of the Mula Mantra, he should offer the oblation with the same Mula Mantra. So Paramashiva continues to say, the disciple who has been given the participatory initiation, Samaya Dīkṣā, this way becomes qualified to perform the personal worship of Shiva, to render assistance for the performance of fire rituals, and becomes competent for the systematic study of the scriptures, because he becomes qualified for listening to the recital of mantras. Oh, the sages, such disciple attain the position of Rudra. So each of us are going to become part of Paramashiva's own family and Paramashiva's own embodiment after this Dīkṣā. So it is from the Kamikagama Uttarapada, chapter 20, Samaya Vishesha Dīkṣā Vidhi, the directions for performance of the Samaya and Vishesha Dīkṣā. So the next scriptural reference that Paramashiva gives from the Kamikagama, he says that in affecting humbleness into the seeker who has become fit enough to be favored, and in affecting compassionate feelings in the Guru, also Shiva is the causal lord. The intimate communication between the blessed one and the blessing one is very rare and very difficult to occur. Thus, the blessed are those seekers to have the ultimate Guru. For us, the Guru is none other than Paramashiva himself, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, our beloved Swamiji. And in their life, even among them, the chosen few have the Anugraha, the ultimate grace of Shiva, the Shiva Dīkṣā from the Guru, the embodiment of Paramashiva established in Paramashivatva. So this is the beautiful scriptural reference for the Gayatri Dīkṣā. Now let us understand a few do's and don'ts that come with this. It is not like a rule that you have to start following from today. It is a change in your life, a lifestyle to experience and become Paramashiva. So for Samaya Dīkṣā, there are a few things that we all should start doing and a few things that we should avoid. So the few things that we should avoid are the abuse of Paramashiva, the source of the cosmos, the abuse of the words of Paramashiva, the Vedas, the Agamas, the abuse of the Guru who has given us the Dīkṣā. So never doing that abuse to Swamiji or his teachings, and abuse to other sadhakas, means the other disciples and devotees of Paramashiva and Swamiji. crossing over the shadow of a Shivalinga, eating the food kept aside for Chandikeshwara. Chandikeshwara is a deity in the temples, and most of us will not have this problem, as we are not in, we don't go to a Hindu temple, but Chandikeshwara is one of the accountants of Paramashiva. So crossing the flowers or food kept aside for Chandikeshwara, or offered to Chandikeshwara, or offered to Paramashiva. And what we should start doing to experience this is maintaining integrity with Swamiji. So all of the initiated disciples should till the end of this lifetime worship the Guru, Paramashiva and the Linga. Whether it is through the rituals or the Atmata Puja, which is your own puja, offering that puja and worshipping the Guru is most important. Also, all the disciples should apply Basma or Vibhuti, the sacred ash, on their body and wear the Kanta Rudraksha, which is the Kanta Rudraksha is this mala that we wear after the Shiva Dīkṣā. You can wear it in gold, in silver, or even in a simple thread. Wearing that Kanta Rudraksha on the neck is like, Swamiji beautifully says that it is like a sign to all of the negative energy that they cannot touch us. And when we wear this, Swamiji is always there to be with us and protect us.
Now, the Guru Dakshina is the offering that is made by the disciple to the Guru after the initiation. So out of deep gratitude to Paramashiva for choosing us to take this auspicious Diksha, Dakshina should be offered. And for a human being in this life, there is physical health, mental health, relationships, wealth, spiritual life, and so on. So to raise a human being in all the levels, Paramashiva himself happens in the human body, in the form of a Guru, and so Bhagavan Paramashiva has given his own life for us, and for him, our expression of gratitude is the Guru Dakshina. Now, whatever the Dakshina that we are offering to him, he blesses us in return with multiple services. And this is not Guru Dakshina, it is the offering that we are giving to our own selves. And in the Srimad Kamika Agama, Paramashiva reveals what are all the various items that can be offered to the Guru as Dakshina. And we have a Shastra Pramana for that says at the end, the chief sponsored Yajamana should worship the chief Acharya, the Guru, and so that is us worshipping the Guru, and honor him with new clothes, gold rings, and others, the worthy materials used in this yajna, so the ritual, such as golden cloth and others, should be dedicated to the Acharya. And so actually for us, whenever Swamiji gives us the initiation, even if we do not offer all the traditional items, Swamiji symbolically accepts them from us. But however, if you'd like to offer any Dakshina, even symbolically as a gesture of gratitude to Swamiji, you can do so. And a way in which you can do that is during the darshan in the YouTube super chat, in the comment section, you can offer whatever amount you would like, just as a gesture of gratitude for this initiation that you are receiving. Now we have another Shastra Pramana that is regarding the initiation itself, that says that the initiate should wear white clothes. Okay, so whoever wants to get initiated, kindly arrange for white clothes, whatever is available. And we have a Shastra Pramana for that, which says they have fulfilled all the essential duties of the morning, such as taking bath and others, and have completed the daily duties. They are attired in white dress and are wearing the white upper garment. So this is taken, of course, from an elaborate description of the whole initiation. This part specifically mentions wearing of white clothes. So whoever is getting initiated today, kindly arrange for white clothes in order to be completely aligned to the scriptures. And as you understand, learning these Shastra Pramanas, these references, is very important so that we know that it is not something new. It is a very ancient spiritual science that Swamiji is reviving very authentically. And because it is a science, it works for everyone. Now, Shiva Dīkṣā is building your inner space on powerful cognitions, truths, understandings about you, the world, life, and you can literally become enlightened, manifest powers into all the possibilities. Shiva Dīkṣā is all about shifting the way you function from powerless cognitions to powerful cognitions. So we have been quite intense in going through all these slides, quite a lot of content. If you have any question or doubt, feel free to ask us either regarding the do's and don'ts, the context, or whatever it is. But essentially, this initiation really starts your spiritual life. There are many things in Hinduism. For example, if you want to get involved in the temple rituals, you need to have received this first level initiation. And even if you are not, if you are going to start, if you want to start a power manifestation, and just for all the powerful cognitions that you will be learning from Swamiji or in this program, for all of this to become reality, this initiation is required because it will awaken your consciousness. So anything that you attempt spiritually after that will just become a success. You will not need a lot of practice by yourself to achieve it eventually one day, because Swamiji will insert that space of the ultimate Paramashivoham inside you, and then all you need to do is just remember that you have it. Just invoke it inside you again and again, connect with it, and radiate it more and more in your life. So with this, let us now watch a short clip in which Swamiji himself will be revealing deeper insights into what Shiva Dīkṣā really is about. So let us come to this place of listening, and let us now hear directly from Swamiji himself.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasudashiva. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda. Om Nithyananda. I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasudashiva. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om 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 Shiva Dīkṣā is all about shifting the way you function from powerless cognitions to powerful cognitions. That's all. Shiva Dīkṣā is the way to shift you from functioning from powerless cognition space to powerful cognition space. Listen carefully. Understand life. Listen carefully and understand life. I will repeat. First, your inner space is like a software which decides how your life will be. That's the first understanding. Second, if the inner space is filled with powerless cognitions, powerless, suffocating, wrong ideas about yourself, about your world, about God, it can be more and more suffocating, making your life difficult. And if you can start building the content of your inner space, powerful, start functioning from powerful cognitions, truths, understandings about you, world and life, you can become enlightened, manifest powers and all possibilities. Now listen carefully. The good news I have is your inner space can be beautifully reprogrammed. It can be reprogrammed with powerful cognitions. It can be reprogrammed for enlightenment. It can be reprogrammed to manifest the state, space, powers of ultimate Paramashiva, I am describing the whole sacred secret as it is. Maybe at some time catch up with the science I am revealing. Listen intensely. Maybe the modern day science will catch up with what I am revealing at some time. Sooner the better for the humanity. Listen. Your bioenergy is left inside your body when you assume the body. Like a snake, it just goes into your Mooladhara chakra and rests coolly in the Paramashivoham. Between the age of 0 to 3, the first activity starts at one point. You start feeling, I exist. We say, the time I remember me. That happens between 0 to 3. The earlier it happens, better for you. The earlier it happens, the being is higher conscious. People who never miss that prajna, I exist, are incarnations. They miss just for a few days or few weeks, but within 1 or 2 months, get that I exist, are yoga prashtas. I have so many yoga prashtas in my Gurukul. When you assume the body, the Kundalini is left in your body. The Kundalini is bioenergy. Then within the 0, from the time of your birth to the age of 3, within the 3 years, that identity, I exist, wakes up in you. That is the Shikamani, Nagamani, develops on the forehead of your bioenergy Kundalini. Visualize your bioenergy as snake, and that idea you exist, that prajna, is the Nagamani. The golden diamond develops on your bioenergy snake's third eye, on that forehead. Now, when that starts, that is when your life starts. The perception of your life, the experience files of your life, good, bad, right, wrong, the binary logic or the Nyaya Vaiseshika logic, whatever you evolve as your existence or the lessons of your existence starts happening from the time your prajna starts feeling its existence. Prajna means you start feeling I exist, me, I am conscious. Now, that I exist starts developing upadhis. I am male, I am female, I am good, or whatever. I am good in something, I am. So this upadhis, the identities, ideas, patterns starts getting evolved in and around you. Listen. When you get the prajna matured, that happens by the age of 7. The prajna means that your existence getting matured at the age of 7. By the age of 7, that starts happening. That is the time you start developing your will. This is what I want. This I don't want. This is the way I will be. This is not the way I will be. That will starts getting developed at the age of 7. Listen. When you are born, your bioenergy is left inside you. Hinduism, because Hinduism is built on intelligence. It is built on intelligence. Our first initiation into Hinduism for any child is not based on some beliefs. The Hindu baptizing methodology is not based on any beliefs. It just teaches you how to awaken your consciousness, intelligence. The first baptizing, Hindu baptizing initiation statement is Bhūrbhuva Swaha Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat. I meditate on the highest intelligence which awakens my intelligence. I cognize the highest tejas which awakens my intelligence. Listen. I am going to give you 4 mantras. Gayatri mantra, then Shiva Dīkṣā, Shiva mantra. Gayatri mantra will open Brahmaloka for you. It will give you access to Parabrahman. Samaya Dīkṣā, Shiva Dīkṣā mantra will give you access to Paramashiva. And I will be giving you Mahavagya, which will give access to me directly. It means which will give access to all gods and all the lokas. So listen. You can use these keys anytime you want. Please listen. I am an extremely responsible person. Whether it is some simple headache and physical problem, or grave dangers and crisis, health crisis or business crisis or life crisis or accident, any crisis, use these mantras. I guarantee you I will be there with you. I am the cosmic 911. I will be there immediately to attend, protect, take care, do everything you need. Do not worry. I'll shower you with me. I'll fill you with me. I will manifest me through you. Listen. Listen carefully. When you use these mantras, you will understand why these great gifts have come to you so easily. When you choose me, you have proven your commitment, strength. You passed the test. That is why this gift for you. I bless you all. Let you all open all your 3 eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasada Om Nithya.
Yes. So, as you understood, this initiation is first to reprogram your inner space to manifest powerful cognitions. And through the different mantras that you are going to receive today, you will gain access to the higher dimensions of the universe, and you will start manifesting powers. You have the capacity to connect with the divine beings of the universe. So really, a lot of extraordinary spiritual experiences and possibilities start to open up with this initiation. So, as we said, the Shiva Dīkṣā will be happening today during the darshan, and before that, there is, of course, you have to arrange for the white clothes. That is the first thing. And one more thing that you need to take care of is to draw a simple mandala. So normally the whole Shiva Dīkṣā initiation is quite elaborate temple rituals. Not only in order to make it available for you all, we bring a more simplified procedure, and that procedure just consists of drawing a simple mandala, which is usually created out of materials such as rice flour, kumkum, and we'll be showing you and giving a brief description of the mandala. And in this mandala, There are 4 different lingas, and we even sent a screenshot of how this mandala is made in the Zoom chat. And during the initiation, you are to throw a flower on this mandala, and depending on where that flower falls in the mandala, you will be given a certain spiritual name. So maybe we'll also project the mandala on the screen so that you can directly see. Just take a few moments. We will show you the image. And so you will be, based on your capacity, if you have rice flour and the different materials, you can make that mandala itself. And if you do not have, you can also just make a drawing, maybe using colors to the best of your ability with whatever you have right now. And this mandala consists of 4 different lingas and a center portion, and these represent the 5 faces of Sadashiva. Sadashiva is the form of Paramashiva, who embodies the 5 cosmic actions of creation, sustenance, rejuvenation, delusion, and liberation. And yes, you can now see the mandala, and you will be to draw this mandala. We have sent the image in the Zoom chat, and there are also a few directions for drawing this Sadashiva mandala. You'll be drawing the Om symbol on the floor in a square box with rice flour as possible, or with white chalk if not available. Or if you really do not have, if you don't have the ability to draw on the floor, also just use another paper and draw the symbol, and you would be standing on that Om symbol during the initiation. So having the Om symbol in front of the mandala. And as we said, depending on where the flower, so you should have flowers ideally. Otherwise, just arrange for whatever you can, whatever substitute. And as you can see on the screen now, depending on where the flower falls, you would be receiving that spiritual name. And for example, if you are a male and the flower falls on the white linga in the west direction, you would be, after your name, you'd be adding the spiritual name Sadyojata Shivam. If you are female, it would be Sadyojata Shiva Shakti. And the same goes for the 4 other directions, 3 other directions, and the center, which is Ishana. Okay. So you can see the directions and the spiritual names. Yes. So that's about it. That's about the Shiva Dīkṣā initiation, the Sadashiva mandala, how to draw it, and just do it to the best of your capacity, whatever you have available right now. And yes, so we'll be once again showing the mandala and the directions, and you can take a few moments if you'd like to arrange for whatever is needed now. You can start, just give a few moments, and you can start to draw the mandala or to set it up if you have the different materials. Make sure that it is done before the darshan, before the initiation from Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And within a few minutes, we'll be back and we'll be entering into our next session.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda.
Yes. So hopefully you have started the mandala, and we have also given the link to sign up in the Zoom chat, so you can take a few moments either now or before the darshan starts to just register yourself to receive the initiation today. And if you still have any doubts on what is Shiva Dīkṣā, or any of the aspects of Shiva Dīkṣā, how to receive it, whatever, you can let us know in the Zoom chat. And we'll be now entering into our next session and continuing to learn the science of Kalpataru. And all of you have already gone through the different steps of the Kalpataru today, chosen your desires, and then we guided you through the completion process, how to create the space, recreate the space if required. Now we'll be discovering about the Kundalini aspect, as we said. So today, during the initiation, during the darshan, Swamiji will be initiating you into Kundalini awakening and infusing his own Kundalini energy into you and into the space that you have created for the desire that you want to manifest. So now we'll be discovering more about this process, about the science, about the connection between Kundalini awakening and manifestation, how to manifest what we want, and specifically in connection with this Kalpataru process. So let's come to the space of listening and let us now enter into this next session and receive these powerful cognitions directly from Swamiji.
There is a big difference between every action you take with the idea of impossibility and with the idea of possibility. Understand? For example, from Haridwar you are traveling to Delhi. You are going by walk. Every step you take, you put with the idea you are never going to reach Delhi, with all kinds of doubts. Who knows whether this is the right road? Who knows whether the weather will be helping us? Who knows, I will not get into some accident and die? With all kinds of doubts. The more and more number of steps you put, more and more you will be tired, sick, depressed. If you walk in the same road with the idea of possibility, more and more you will be excited. When you see every name board, wow, we are coming closer to Delhi, closer to Delhi. And the ideas, what you are going to achieve, enjoy, have in Delhi. That will inspire you and excite you more and more. Please understand, don't ever think like a so-called rationalist, irrational rationalist. These irrational rationalists always give an argument. What is there? Whether I believe or don't believe, the same number of steps only I have to take to reach Delhi. Understand? Number of steps may be same, but the effort will not be same. When you walk with the impossibility, number of steps may be same, but the effort will be more. If you walk with the possibility, number of steps may be same, but effort will be practically zero. The more and more action, the more and more excitement is the definition of possibility. The more and more action, more and more excitement. The more and more action, more and more tiredness and boredom is the definition of impossibility. The subtle impossibility is already developed in you. I tell you, beauty in the action is possibility. We all know how to beautify our body and skin. We need to know how to beautify our actions. When you are carrying possibility and acting, every action brings more and more joy and excitement. You will grow younger and younger. Your face will become more graceful, more younger, more beautiful. Very rarely I have seen people growing younger. One person without doubt I can say, Satya Sai Baba. He grew younger and younger and younger. The more time passes, he was becoming more graceful and more younger. Without any controversy or doubt, I will tell very clearly and boldly. One person I have seen in my life growing younger and younger and younger is Satya Sai Baba. I have seen Yogi Ram Surakumar also. Not only the face and the being, even the lifestyle, everything. Bhagavan Ram Surakumar, the number of years he became more like a child. He was growing younger. I tell you, the same Haridwar to Delhi. If you walk with the idea of impossibility, SDHD, you will not even cross Roorkee. Before that itself, in some Ganga canal, you may fall and die. With SDHD, you will not even cross Roorkee. If you walk the same road with the idea of possibility, without SDHD, every step gives you excitement. By the time you reach Delhi, you have all the excitement of Delhi, and you get excited to do more walking, more yatra. I tell you honestly, when I started my yatra, please understand, let it be on record. When I started my Parivraj Yatra, I never thought or planned I will walk length and breadth of India. I will spend so much time in my Parivraj Yatra. The first few days of Yatra, I carried with the idea of possibility, that's all. The concept of possibility gave me so much courage, so much joy. I never imagined I spent 9 full years. God. See, a person who is more awake, for him, 1 day is equivalent to the 3 days of a normal man. Please understand, take this one lesson, internalize this one truth. It may be same number of steps, same distance, but the effort, result, everything will be different if you carry possibility with you. I tell you, when you travel with possibility idea from Haridwar to Delhi with idea of possibility, even if you walk the same number of steps, you will forget many times. You walked or you struggled so much. To tell you honestly, when I describe it, looks like a struggle for all of you, my Parivraj Yatra time. Otherwise, it was simply honey sun. Travel in your life also with the possibility in your heart. You will see, one, every step does not tires you. It adds more and more excitement. See, when you walk with impossibility, every step adds anxiety, not excitement. When you walk with possibility, every step adds excitement. And when you reach the goal, you won't even feel tired that you did so much. Because when you are walking, you did not feel tired. See, when you are walking, if you did not feel tired, after reaching, you will not have the tiredness memory. But with the idea of impossibility, while you are walking, it will be tired. You may not reach. By mistake, if you reach, it will give you the idea of, oh, so much difficulty. Everyday Kalpataru only excites me, doesn't tires me. I tell you, in your life, carrying the space of possibility in your heart is Kalpataru. So meditate on this one truth. Carrying the space of possibility in your heart is Kalpataru. All of us carry the energy to make what we want as reality in our space. All of us carry the energy to make what we want as reality. That is what is life. What is life? Your ability to make what you want as reality is life. Whether you want health, wealth, happy relationships, bliss, completion, whatever you want, causing that in your life, ability to cause that in your life is life.
For example, you can't do anything in your life. Then how can you call even that as a life? Maybe we can say that dead man not yet buried. Dead person not yet buried. No. The ability to cause exists in everyone. Unfortunately, like if too much of wood is dumped on small fire, please understand, even too much of wood can put out the fire if the fire is too small and wood is too much. Same way, too much of impossibility is dumped on possibility fire. The possibility fire is too small and the impossibility wood is too much. If the fire can somehow manage to catch the wood, it will burn any amount of wood. It can even burn forests. That crucial initial moment where the wood is dumped on fire, if the fire gives up on itself, over. Somehow there is a blower or a little wind, the fire is supported, encouraged, enriched, initiated, and it catches the wood, then any amount of wood, the fire can't be put off. All of us have the possibility as a fire in us, the space of possibility as fire in us. But unfortunately, the idea of impossibility, too much is dumped on us. Too much is dumped on us. When too much of idea of impossibility is dumped on ourselves, by ourselves, nobody else dumps on us. Only we dump it on ourselves. Yesterday, as I said, your suffering is not your suffering. Your suffering is your suffering because you are suffering. No one dumps on us. Understand? It's we. It's we. It's we. So no one dumps the idea of impossibility on us. We go on thinking, grinding, making some idea as member of your inner space again and again is remembrance. Making it as a member of you again and again is remembering. Because you remember impossibility again and again and again, the impossibility becomes member of you. Who gives the membership card? You. By remembering, you give membership card. Again and again, remembering makes the impossibility as member of you. Membering is done by remembering. The idea of impossibility, the concept of impossibility, the more and more it is remembered, it is remembered as part of you. Remembering the wrong ideas is giving upon you. Please understand. We think whenever we give up on ourselves, we don't do anything, we just rest. No. When you give up on you, you work a lot in the wrong direction. When you give up on you, you strengthen your negative faiths. You strengthen your negative patterns. You will be remembering either your possibility or impossibility. You can't keep quiet. Keeping quiet is not possible. Keeping quiet is not possible even after death. Forget about while you are alive. Even after death, you go on remembering either your hell or heaven. So when you remember your impossibility in you, the impossibility gets strengthened. Understand this word. Beautiful word. Remembering. Anything you remember again and again becomes member of you, part of you. If you remember about integrity again and again, that becomes part of you. If you remember about authenticity again and again, that becomes part of you. If you remember about possibility again and again, that becomes part of you. If you remember impossibility again and again and again, that becomes part of you. Understand? Anything you remember again and again becomes your muscle memory. Anything you remember again and again from your muscle memory becomes your biomemory. Anything you remember from your biomemory again and again becomes your bioenergy. Please remember this truth, never to allow impossibility to be remembered again and again and again. If the impossibility comes inside you as in the form of remembering, eject it out again and again. Re-eject it out, reject it out, reject it out. Remember possibility, re-eject impossibility. That is essence of Kalpataru. Mahadeva is embodiment of possibility. Eternal embodiment of possibility. Possibility is Ananda. Eternal possibility is Nithyananda. I am not giving possibility as a fantasy to you. I am giving possibility as a factuality to you. Possibility is not a fantasy. Because you think impossibility is the reality, you think possibility is a fantasy. But I tell you, possibility is factuality, impossibility is a fantasy. Impossibility is the fantasy you load on yourself. Possibility is the fact you constantly try to forget. Possible, 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 possible. I tell you, that is the meaning of the mantra Shiva. Shiva means what? Causeless auspiciousness. Everything is possible, 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 possible. Remembering the idea of possibility is what is the meaning of Shiva mantra japa. Shiva, 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 Shiva means possible, 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 possible. Shiva, 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 Shiva. Possible, possible, possible. Vasi, 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 Vasi means you attract the possibility constantly towards you. Shiva becomes Vashi. Vashi means attracting. Attracting possibility towards you. Shiva, 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 Shiva. Shiva means possibility. The biggest impossibility you believe in you is getting rid of your past personality, your old personality. That's the biggest impossibility you believe. You think that only is most difficult. Getting rid of the old, reinventing yourself as new. That only you think most impossible, most difficult. Shiva is embodiment of getting rid of old and possibility of new. The power of rejuvenation. He can get you rid of anything. He can get you rid of your karmas, negative patterns, body, mind, disease. The Sula, Trishula, is a symbol of getting you rid of all the impossibilities. Damaru is a symbol of remembering, reinforcing all the possibilities. Damaru is creation. Damaru is the sound, symbol of creation. Trishul is the weapon of rejuvenation. That's why the Damaru and Trishul are always together worshipped. Through the Trishul, he removes all the old impossibilities. Through Damaru, he creates all the possibilities. Shiva, 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 Shiva. Possible, 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 possible. Possible, 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 possible. the ability to build the possibility inside you is tapas. Not allowing impossibility in you, re-ejecting impossibility is renunciation. Building the biomemory of possibility is tapas. And initiating you into the level of your biomemory with the energy of possibility is kalpataru. The first truth, human beings are endowed with the energy to make what they want in their life as reality. Human beings are not sent as a beggar or poor to planet Earth. God is not a sadist. He doesn't say, hey, go with empty hand and every time you need a penny, you beg me. You beg, then I will decide whether to give you or not. No. He is neither a sadist nor a miser father. He is a beautiful, graceful, amazing, showering, cosmic, causeless, auspicious energy. Asudosha Satchitananda, Shiva. So understand, you are endowed with enough of Kundalini energy, the inner potential raw energy to make what you want as reality. That's the first truth. Second, because of your constant self-doubting, self-hatred and self-denial, you forgot your life is nothing but possibilities. You started thinking your life is nothing but impossibilities. You are alive because breathing is possible. You are alive because digestion is possible. You are alive because many things are possible. Understand? Understand? Life is possibility. It is not impossibility. The wrong belief, life is impossibility, is put inside you by the society, unconscious society. So you need to know the truth, the ancient secret which produced greatest leaders in every field. Please understand the most ancient secret, secret of the secret of the secret, which produced greatest leaders of every field, still kept as a secret, transferred only from guru to disciple in the world's oldest ancient civilization, the spiritual tradition. I am sharing that with the world. Listen. Science of awakening the inner potential bioenergy, Kundalini Shakti, and directing it to create what you want as reality. This science was available with this ancient Vedic civilization. It was transmitted from guru to disciple, guru to disciple, guru to disciple. It's called Karna Parampara, means just by listening, never by writing. Just by listening, this science was transmitted. It was never printed. This only Krishna calls as Raja Vidya Raja Guhyam, the royal knowledge, royal secret. I am transmitting that science to all of you freely, because the world now needs more spiritual scientists and spiritual healers
We already have enough of economists, business management people, lawyers more than the rats, doctors more than the cats, army people more than any number. We have too many people. Lawyers, doctors, engineers, army, media, too many. World immediately needs spiritual healers, spiritual activists, spiritual scientists, scientists with the saintly basis. A scientist we need urgently. That is why I have decided to share this knowledge with the whole world. So listen. Your inner space is equivalent to your womb. How in the womb a child can grow, another one life can grow. Same way in your inner space, whatever you want can grow and it can be made into reality. It can be delivered. It is called Hrit Garbha, Hridaya Garbha. Your inner space is called Hrit Garbha, Hridaya Garbha, Chitakasha, Chitambara. All these different words are used for your inner space. Anything you create in your inner space and ready to take the responsibility for it. Understand? When I use the word ready to take responsibility, I mean deserve for what you desire. I don't even want to say you have to yearn what you desire. If you are deserved for what you desire, that's enough. It is showered on you. Means, for example, you desire for $1 million. You don't even need to yearn. If you deserve, if you are not going to destroy that $1 million, or using that $1 million, you are not going to destroy yourself. If you just deserve, you will see the cosmos showers on you. Sometimes the moment $1 million comes, you will drink, and you may die in 10 days. Then naturally cosmos thinks, why should you be killed? Because cosmos loves you. Just not to kill you, he says, wait. Let the money not come to you more than $10, which is for 1 quarter. You drink only that much. So, I am not even saying you have to yearn. All I am trying to tell you is, if you deserve for what you desire, you are showered. If you deserve for what you desire, you are showered. Your thoughts become words, words become actions, actions become life, life becomes reality. It is a simple science, straightforward science. Kalpataru process is initiating you to harness the power of your reality by making you harness the power of your words, power of your thoughts, power of your actions, power of your life. People who want to enslave you constantly brainwash you. Life is full of difficulty and impossibility. Why do you think all over the world, in all Bollywood, Tollywood, Gollywood, Hollywood, in any wood, sandalwood, all these movies, the story of rag to riches sells high? See, this rag to riches story is such an attractive story. Everybody just celebrates that person as a hero if he is from rag to riches. means penniless to billionaire. This rag to riches story is such a glamorous story. Why? Because you feel it is impossible. He has achieved impossibility as a possible. No, I tell you. Nothing is impossible. If you are stuck with the idea of impossible, even brushing your teeth is impossible.
Yes. We'll be resuming this segment later on. Remember, everything is possible. And basically, we manifest always what we believe, not just what we desire. So we have to dig within and find out whether do we really hold a space of possibility, or do we deeply believe that we cannot achieve what we desire. Now we come back to the Kalpataru process that we started earlier, and we'll now be entering into a meditation, because we are soon going to be transitioning and getting ready to receive Swamiji's instruction. So let us enter into a meditation where we will be creating the space to receive the Kundalini energy, the Kundalini awakening from Swamiji. So please sit straight, and we now request all the participants to get ready for the meditation. Please sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line, and remember the desire that you have written earlier today, the one that you have chosen to manifest. And now you're going to once again create the space for what you want to manifest, which is you're going to visualize that this desire has already manifested in your reality right now, and declare that it is already a reality. You can sit with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Please close your eyes for a few moments and create that space consciously with you. And any self-doubt, hatred, or denial that comes up in your inner space while you visualize this space, just drop it as it comes. And once again, we create the space whenever required. Hold the space for what you want to manifest. So, if you haven't started already, please enter into this meditation now, the Kalpataru meditation. Create the space for what you want to happen. Visualize that it has already become true. It is already a reality. It has already happened right now.
Power on the mandala. We will now be projecting the mandala for all of you. And we request all the participants here, every one of you, to take a few minutes. You're going to be standing facing, you should be facing the eastern direction, and you will keep the mandala just in front of you and make sure it is kept flat. And please drop a flower. See, you can bring any flower and you should drop the flower on the mandala. You can put it on your laptop screen, mobile screen, or iPad screen. The bigger, the better. You'll know which color exactly it is falling on. If it's phone, it might be too small. So project it on that, keep it flat, and drop the mandala on the flower. So once you drop the flower on the mandala, and once you drop the flower, in whichever color the flower falls on, that will become your spiritual name. So you can keep the mandala, and then you can go ahead and drop the flower on the mandala. And then once you drop whichever color the flower falls on, you can mark your name based on that. And as we had projected the name chart, you can take the names from that. I request all of you to please prepare, keep your mandalas ready. Sorry, keep the flowers ready. We will now be projecting the mandalas. I request all the participants to please take a few minutes. Any flower is okay. You can bring any flower, that's fine. Now, once you're all ready, we'll be projecting the mandala for all of you. This is part of the Kriyavati Dīkṣā. Correct.
Take a moment, please keep the Shivalinga in such a manner where the red color Shivalinga is facing the northern direction. Make sure the red color Shivalinga is facing the north, and you should be standing in the side of the white color Shivalinga. The white color Shivalinga should be the side where you are standing, and the red color Shivalinga should be on your left hand side, and the black color Shivalinga should be on your right hand side. Please stand in this position. I request all the participants, whoever is receiving Shiva Dīkṣā for the first time, please kindly stand and align yourself like this. Stand right behind the white color Shivalinga, such that towards your right hand side, the black color Shivalinga should be there. Towards your left hand side, the red color Shivalinga should be there. Now connect with Swamiji. Chant the Maha.